Hello, Pick-3 at a Glance family and first-time viewers. This is Mo Money Terry bringing you my new Pick-3 at a Glance strategy that you won't find anywhere else, because this is of 30 years of playing Pick-3 that I came up with my own strategy where you don't have to worry about how to learn the tic-tac-toes, the date sums, the grids, the root sums, the multiple different rundowns that they have out there for you to try to win the number, find out what number is coming the next day. With Pick-3 at a Glance, I took 22 numbers and did the 111 rundown on those 22 numbers, and I have all 1,000 numbers and their possible combinations for you to just track and look and see what numbers is coming in your own state. Then I took a tracking the pairs. I put a strategy together for tracking the pairs. Also, a strategy for tracking the back pair and the front pair and the single digits. That's easy to teach and show everyone how to use. You don't have to worry, like I said, about the tic-tac-toes, the date sums, the grids, the root sums, and the multiple different rundowns they have out there for you to try to hit those numbers the next day. There's no strategy that's going to show you what number is coming the next day. I don't care how they try to say that it is. It's not anything out there. You have to track the actual 1,000 numbers for yourself and know what's going on with those 1,000 numbers at all times if you're going to win and win big. And you're going to have to put the work in to winning. You get out of it what you put into it. So with Pick-3 at a Glance, what I do is show you how to track your own numbers for your own state and do the workout for yourself. It's easy and simple to learn. But like I say, you have to put the work in. And with the Pick-3 at a Glance strategy, by tracking all 1,000 numbers, you know that you're on the right track, because you have 1,000 numbers, and with those 1,000 numbers, you have, if you played a different number every day out of the 365 days out of the year, if you played them exact, you're still going to have 635 of those numbers that you ain't going to have no idea what's going on with those numbers. That's why it's imperative that you have to track your own numbers for your own state. If you're playing your own money, you need to know what's going on with the numbers that you're playing. I don't play any numbers unless I have tracked the numbers and know what's going on with them. I don't play my birthday, I don't play holidays, I don't play numbers that follow numbers. I play what I see using my Pick-3 at a Glance strategy. And you will see the difference in playing when you do the same for yourself. You won't be guessing your numbers. You'll know why you're playing your numbers. And it's simple and easy to use, like I say. And now they have the wild ball that they're adding to the Pick-3. So it's really imperative that you track and know what's going on with those numbers in those Pick-3 numbers in your state. Because with that Powerball number, I believe, and this is my belief, they're changing the Pick-3 into the Pick-4 and making it with 10,000 numbers, and the Pick-4 into the Pick-5. Now it has 100,000 numbers, okay? So with that extra ball, I don't care what they say, it seems like to me that's what's going on. So it's imperative you're going to win and know how to win. Know how to win, not guess how to win. Because if you don't know why you're playing a number, you're guessing. But with Pick-3 at a Glance, you'll know why you're playing your number. And you'll know how to strategize and build a skill set with the Pick-3 at a Glance strategy. All right? So just follow me. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Set the bell on so when I go live, you'll get an alert. I try to let everybody know before I come on, give them enough time to know that I'm going live. Pretty much I'll be going live. But the strategy is easy to use. I've had eye surgery, and I'd like for everyone.
All right, family. How's everybody today? And first-time viewers, welcome, welcome. If you're a first-time viewer, you're in for a treat. If you're new with playing Pick 3, I'm very detailed. I make it where you can understand the Pick 3 at a glance strategy because I made it where anybody could understand it, even a fifth grader. So if you're new, I'll take my time, work with you. On this live, what I do is when I go through the live, I go all the way through the video, making a chat, and then what I'll do is do a Q&A at the end, questions and answers. It makes it easier for me to kind of go through the video. Also gives you time to think and answer the questions that you would like to ask, and it's simple and easy to use. So what I do is I use Illinois lottery as a template, but Pick 3 at a glance works for anywhere in the world when they use 1,000 numbers as a way to winning the Pick 3. Okay, so what I do is I use the 111 rundown, and that's a rundown that most people use in the lottery, and there's other rundowns. And what I do is take the 1-1 rundown, and the winning number that comes in, I do the 1-1 rundown on the winning number that comes in. Okay, winning number that came in for the day in your state. And what you're going to do, you're going to add 1 to each one of the numbers that came in. In Illinois, evening draw, and that's all I do is evenings. I specialize in just evening right now, but I can use it on any draw. I'm an evening person, so I use evenings because it makes it easier on me. If you're a morning person, track the morning numbers, okay, and make it easier for you. So add 1 to the 2, you get 3. Add 1 to 3, you get 4. 1 to 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. 1 to 6, you get 7. 1 to 7, you get 8. 1 to 8, you get 9. 1 to 9, you get 10, but you don't use the 1, you use the 0 on the right hand side. In lottery math, you're only working with single numbers, okay? That's why you only use the 0. And then 1 to 0, you get 1, and then 1 to 1, you'll get 2. The same number you have at the bottom, you'll get at the top, okay? That lets you know you added correctly. It's the easiest one. 1 plus 1 is 2. It's kind of hard to mess it up, but you can. I've done it. So you're going to add 1 to the 7. You're going to get 8. You add 1 to 8, you get 9. Again, you got the 9. You add 1 to 9, you're going to get 10. But you don't use the 1. You use the 0 on the on the right hand side, because you only use single digits in lottery math. And then you add 1 to 0, you add 1. Then 1 to 1, you get 2. 1 to 2, you get 3. 1 to 3, you get 4. 1 to 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. And to 1 to 6, you're going to get the 7. The same number at the bottom, you get at the top, you add it correctly. Same here, you add straight down. You're going to get, and you just really count straight down. It's simple to do. You add 1 to 3, you're going to get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then the 0, 1, 2, 3. Same number at the bottom. You get at the top up here, which is your winning number, you add it correctly. Now, the way the Pick-3 at glance works, it works with the law of average. And working with the law of average, you're looking for the average of the numbers that have been played out of the 1,000 numbers that's been played. You have 1,000 numbers. So to be a more effective player and a more powerful player, you have to know what's going on with all those 1,000 numbers when you're playing Pick-3. There's no shortcuts, no way to get around it, no tic-tac-toe, no date sum, no grid, no flip, no mirror. None of that's going to show you what you're going to know looking and tracking all 1,000 numbers in your state. It's impossible. You got 1,000 numbers. You got 1 in 1,000 odds. You got 365 days in a year. If you play a different number every day out of that year, you're going to have 365 numbers you're going to run every day, and you still got 635 of those numbers. You have no idea what's going on with them, unless you have a total winning strategy where you can track all 1,000 numbers, and that's what Pick 3 at a glance is all about. Okay, it gives you that puts the ball in your court. If you track the numbers for your own state, there's no free lunch out here. The lottery is set up for us to lose in all these states. And the only thing you have going for you is the law of average and knowing what's going on with all 1,000 numbers. It's just like baking a cake. If you're just playing with the tic-tac-toe, date-sum grizz, and all the other different rundowns, you don't have all the ingredients to winning. You're playing a loser's game. But when you're tracking all 1,000 numbers and know what they're doing, the ball is in your court. You have a better chance of winning. Okay? So now, what I do is take 22 numbers. And those 22 numbers I call base numbers. All right? And out of those base numbers, I take those 22 numbers that I call base numbers, do the same 111 rundown on those 22 numbers, and that allows me to have all 1,000 numbers and their possible combinations that I can look at a glance with only 22 numbers. Okay? So now, in this rundown, one of these 22 numbers here will always be in the rundown. Let me say it again. When you do the 1-1 rundown on the winning number coming in your state, one of these 22 base numbers will always be in that rundown unless you didn't add correctly. And that's why I use the 111, because it's the most effective and easiest to use, and realize if you made a mistake or not. Okay? Now, here we're going to look for the base number, which you're automatically, out of those 22 numbers, you'll automatically start knowing what those base numbers are when you do your 1-1 rundown, and you'll be able to find it easily. Here, I know the base number is 051, but it's going to show on the column as 015. Okay? So we're going to go to the master sheet, which is strategy number 1. Okay? We're going to the master sheet, which is strategy number 1. Here's the master sheet with the 22 columns. 12 of the singles and 10 of the doubles numbers. All right? Now, here on these 12 little columns, you got 720 of those numbers that you got at a glance, and they six-way combinations that you'll look at. And what you're going to do, we're going to find the 015 column. And here it is right here. You're going to find the 015 column, and you're going to go down to find the 237. Let's see, 015. I mean, wait a minute. Wait. Did I add correct? Oh, here it is. Yeah, y'all gonna have to bear with me. I had eye surgery, so it's kind of hard to focus. But here it is right here. All right? What you're going to do is circle. I lost it again. This 237 off. Or you can check it however you do it. But I like circling it, that way I can see it. And bam, you're done. Every one of your numbers that come in your state, you do that 1-1 rundown on that I just did. These base numbers will always be in that rundown. And the numbers are, in column 1 is 012. You can write these down and do the 1-1 rundown on them, and get the base and get each column. That's going to be your starter. 012, and follow me every pretty much Monday through Friday. 012, 013 is column 2. 014 is column 3. 015 is column 4. 016 is column 5. 017 is column 6. 018 is column 7. 024 is column 8. 025 is column 9. 026 is column 10. All right. 027 is column 11. And 037, if you can see it, 037 is column 12. Those 12 little numbers changed it for me. And how I came up with those numbers, I've done a lot of studying when I was playing Pick 3 because I was losing. And I wasn't the tic-tac-toes and grids and stuff. I wasn't smart enough to catch on to how to use them, I guess. I don't know. So I came up with my own strategy that I feel comfortable with, that I feel everybody else could use. So those 12 numbers gave me 720 of those 1,000 numbers, because they can come 6 different ways. All right? And let me show you what I mean. Let me show you what I mean here. Okay. You see this 273? It can come 6 different ways because it's a single. It's got 3 numbers, so it can come 3 individual numbers, so it can come 6 different ways. It can come 273 like it did come. It can, I'll make that out. It can come 237. It can come 327. It can come 372. It can come 73723. And it can come and can come 732. Okay, that's what they call box numbers or combination numbers. The reason being they call them box or combination. If you play box on them, any way that this single number, this 273, come out, you'll win. But when you play it straight, it has to come like this 273. If you play it like that and it comes straight, you have to play it. It has to come like that. That's why most people suggest you play straight, and most states straight and box. So anyway the number come, you win. Okay. Doubles, because people ask me about this. Doubles can only come 3 different ways. Let's say you got 1, 2, 2. It can come as 2, 1, 2. Excuse me, I hope you can see this. I didn't put a space in there big enough. And it can come as 2, 2, 1. That's the only way these numbers can come, is 3 different ways. All right? And triples, if we got a triple number like this, it can only come one way, period. You don't have no other way to come but triple ones or triple twos or triple threes. When I first started playing, I went into the teller and told him, hey, give me these triples box. He was a nice guy. And he looked at me and said, sir, you can't play triples box. I guess he was a player. Most people don't know how the counters was going on. And he said, well, I say, oh, you can't. He said, no, because anyway they come straight. They just go come that way. You know, the numbers won't rotate. Well, if they do, they still triple zeros. So that was a learning experience in my first shot at playing Pick-3 when it came to Missouri. So that was funny. Yeah, I laugh about that still when I think about it. If you don't, look, thing is, if you don't know, you just don't know. And to stay ignorant because you don't know is, you know, is going to stop you from learning what you need. No, I wouldn't never got this far if, I guess that instance made me curious, which is that, hey, I better start learning how to play this freaking game if I'm going to be trying to win some money and I don't know triples only come one way. You know, it opened my eyes to get serious about playing Pick-3 and winning. Okay, now, okay, we got that. Now, the beauty of this here with the 1-1 rundown, I have the perfect tool for you, everybody, to use. That takes a second to use, and it's called PICK-3 Squirrel app, and I'm sure I'm gonna bring it up for you. All right, and what you're gonna do is this green app right here, and what you do when you tap it, you can download it on your Android or your Microsoft phone, iPhone. Okay, this 273 right here, you're gonna put it in just like it is. 273. Did it come in? 273. Okay, now you see here, these are all the different rundowns that they have to try to win and strategize to build strategy to hit these numbers the next day. If you're just using this, you're playing a loser's game. You have to have a total winning strategy in order to win. You have to know what's going on with all 1,000 numbers, not just a third of them or 50% of them or 60% of them. You have to have a total strategy tracking all 1,000 numbers. So here, you're going to hit the 111 that I just used, the 111 rundown right here, because that's the 1-1. And you can, matter of fact, you can make a rundown number out of any of these 1,000 numbers and place up here and have a rundown and and they use this to try to figure out what number is coming the next day. Folks, if you're using all these 10 numbers and you don't know no idea what's going on with them, you're playing for fun and luck. Okay. You have to put the work in. You have to put the wood in to get the fire out. Okay. Now, I hit the 111. You see 111 hot picks. You go up here. Every one of these numbers that I did the 1-1 rundown on is on this line down here. Okay. You find every one of these numbers exactly the way they are. So you don't have to do the 1-1 rundown. All you have to do is go in here and find the base number, which is the 051. See there? So you got the 051, all of them in there. The 728. I can go this way. I'll just do this. The 162, there it is right there. The 051, there it is right there. The 940, there it is right there. The 839, there it is right there. The 728, there it is right there. The 617. This is beautiful. I wish I had had this when I was doing this. The 506 is right here. The 495 right there. The 384. Where is that? Oops. 384. There it is right there. And then you don't have the winning number because that's the one you put in the 3 circles there. Okay. Now the thing to realize, like I said, you see how this it was 015 on the column. If this number the winning number had came in any other way, it's going to change all these numbers too when you do the 1-1 rundown. For example, let me show you here. What if it had came in 723 instead of the 723, and you did the 1-1-1 rundown? Now all the other numbers changed too. The 501 is still in there, and you know that's the base number, so that's how you're going to know to go to the column. Anytime if the number come in, it's going to change the way the base number going to look. But you just go to the base number and find it. It's the same number. It's the same exact number, okay? I'm going to do it again so you can get it in your head. You know all these singles here could come 6 different ways. So if a number comes in different, let's say it comes 372. 372, and you do the 1-1-1 on there. Okay. Look for that one up. See, it's 150. Same number, and you just go to the column where the 015 is at. You'll know where the 015 is at. But you got 72 You got about 75% of those 1,000 numbers licked right there with those 12 columns that you can always track and know what's going on with them. That's powerful. That's how I win. That's how I win. And I can explain it easily because it'll make sense. Okay? Now, here it is with the singles that we just did. We found the 015. Let me find it for you here. Make sure you can see it. And that 015 is column 4. And again, you went down and found the 237. And that's simple as it gets. There's more beauty to this strategy that I'm going to show as we go on. So, like I say, if you have any questions in the chat, just hold them because I'm going to do a Q&A at the end. I think that works better than me trying to explain as I go and people got a lot going on, and then I can explain it for a Q&A at the end. So now with that's the 12 singles, and then like the doubles, come 3 different ways. And where you got the 12 singles, you got 12 of these columns, 6 different ways. Each column comes 6 different ways. That's 10 numbers. That's 60 numbers you're looking at a glance. No guesswork, no nothing. You know what's going on with those 60 numbers. So if you get a column here that don't fall as you marking and tracking in 4 months or 3 months, and it can happen, but the only way you know what's going on with the numbers is you tracking them. Then when you do win, you ain't got to look for no numbers to play. You know this column ain't hit in 4 months. You're going to play these 10 numbers. And you're going to know more about that column by the time you get to that point. You're going to know what number didn't fall and what numbers did fall. Working with the law average, you're going to play the numbers that didn't fall. Okay? That's what you're looking at. And you'll see how the numbers are falling. And you'll see how the numbers are falling. So you'll always know what columns are due and what numbers are due of those 720 numbers at a glance, out of these 12 numbers. Then here on the doubles. On the doubles. Do the 1-1 rundown on the doubles. You got 10 columns. That's the rest of those 1,000 numbers that won't escape you and you'll be guessing about. 001, 002, 003, column 3, 004, column 4, 005, column 5, triple zeros, column 6. Column 7 is 011, column 8 is 022, column 9 is 033, column 10 is 044. Okay? That's the rest of your 1,000 numbers, which is 270 at a glance. These here can only come 3 ways, so you got 10 numbers that can come 3 ways. That gives you 30 numbers to a column. So if a column, and especially on a double, doubles run real slow. They run slower than straights because they can come 6 different ways. These come only 3 ways, okay? And a column here could take 4 months and not hit. But you know what doubles and what columns ain't hitting. It's like fine-tuning an engine. You can watch everything going on with those 1,000 numbers, and it ain't going to take you all day. All you doing once you get this sheet set up, you'll just be marking off. Okay, and time is on your side because you watching everything. You ain't guessing everything. You watching the actual numbers in your state and what they're doing. So what we have here, now we're talking about the doubles, then come 9 times 30 give you on the doubles, it's the 720, which we got here. The 270, which we got here. Then the singles, remember, is 12 times 60 gives you 720. That 270 and the 720 gives you 990. And the triples can only come one way, which is 10 of those, 10 of these triples in column 6. You can only come one way. So 990 plus 10 gives you 1,000 total. Gives you 1,000 total numbers. then your odds is 1 in 1,000. Ain't going to change. And what's not going to change is the law average, and these numbers, the 1,000 numbers, happen to rotate and change position. These numbers by law average have to rotate. But you're only going to get 365 of them that's going to be rotating, and you got to know what they're doing. Okay? They have to rotate. And working with the law average, what you're doing is playing the numbers that haven't played and watch what's going on. Now, you're going to see other things with the strategy that I'm going to be showing you. And you'll pick up and be winning along as you go. But you got to know when you win where you're going to place your bet. You got to know when you win where you're going to place your bet. It's not how often you hit, it's how you play the game. It's the knowledge you got on the game and what these numbers are doing. In your state, ain't no other way nobody gonna tell you what's going on with them numbers in that state. Not doing handwork. They got to have a calculated system or maybe a website that's gonna do something like this for you. But other than that, and I don't really use no web. I don't see no sense in it because the strategy, PICK-3 at a glance strategy, is the real deal. It's too simple and easy to use once you get it set up. Because every day all you're going to do is marking off the numbers and knowing what's going on with them. Okay. Now, another strategy. Powerful. This is strategy. Now, the singles and doubles, this is strategy number 1. And this here is the strategy number 2, which is the triangles strategy. And what we're doing is looking for the single pair that don't play throughout the month. Okay? Single pair that don't play throughout the month. And how you find single pairs is like this 273 that came in, it has 3 single numbers. So you can have 3 pairs. So you're going to circle off the 27, the 23, and the 37. See, at a glance, you can see what single pairs came in already this month. So the object of this, whatever numbers you don't circle, you carrying over to the next month, because by the law average that next month, them pairs going to be picked up, and you won't be guessing what pairs to play. You're going to know what pairs to play. Okay? Say a double come in, like the 448. You would mark, it's only 2 numbers that are alike. You're going to have 2 pairs. That are not alike, 2 separate numbers. You mark off the 44 that still hasn't came in, for the month, and the 48 that came in, that pair came. So I usually just put a little check mark there to remind me that, okay, that didn't hit twice this month. The 48 hit twice this month already. See what I mean? You can build a skill set and you can strategize and know what's going on with the numbers, the actual 1,000 numbers. Okay? Now here, again, if you had triple twos come in, you got one number. So you're going to have one pair, which will be the double twos, and you'll just circle them off. Now, see, from last month here in Illinois, things in red here, I highlight them. So these are the numbers I'm looking at playing as pairs if I want to pick up some pairs. Anything that didn't come in the previous month with the red, the 9, the 5, the double 9s, double 5s, double 3s, the 59, the 29. See, I always know what's going on with these numbers and these pairs. That's how you can strategize, tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and their pairs. And I'll tell you how I win. Doing this triangle every month. You're going to be doing this strategy. I realized that the 38 pair didn't fall for 128 days. Because as you marking them and carrying them over from month to month, doing one of these sheet carrying over, you're going to know everything that's going on with all those 1,000 numbers. And they got to work by the law average. And realize that 38 pair didn't fall for 110 days. So anybody had a number with 38 in it, the number didn't fall for 4 months. But when I won on my strategy that I was using, I picked that 38 up and put it in my bucket list. All right. And I won because I played that 38. And if you got pairs and you don't know how to play them, you want to will them. You want to will them down. Okay. I'm going to show you how to wheel the numbers. This is strategy. This is strategy. This is not a tic-tac-toe date sum, grid root sum. None of that. This is what you do. And, you know, you can't use those long if they're working for you. It's luck, and luck runs out unless you're tracking all 1,000 numbers. That's my strategy. that's how okay. That 38 hadn't failed for 4 months. So what I did when I picked it up and I won, because I know what to pick up, I ain't guessing what pairs to pick up. I ran it as a wheel. And I ran it as 380, 381, 382, 383, 384, 385, 386, 387, 388, and 389. This is your wheel right here. I either play it, it depends on how much I win, how I want to play, how heavy I want to play. I play all 10, 50 bucks. Or if I know, you know, strategize that, okay, this here wheel and this 38 ain't been in, I'm probably going to play it for a whole week straight box. Or, you know, I'll mix it up. You'll mix it up because you know what, I knew that the 38 front hadn't failed and the 85 back hadn't failed in a while. So I played the 385 and it came in because I loaded up on it. Straight box. That's a strategy. Working with your actual numbers in your actual state. That's strategy. That's skill set. Okay? Now, and you'll see, once you start tracking, you'll see what it takes to hit these numbers. You'll see what it takes to hit them. You won't be guessing at them. Okay. Now, that was on strategy number 2 that I went on. Strategy number 3 is a simple strategy also, but powerful. These are simple, powerful strategies. They tell you about a code number. Well, if a number like a 2 or a number so-and-so, a single number ain't played in a while, play that number with your numbers. But I'm like, play that number with what number? I don't know where to play that number at. I don't even know how to play the number. How am I play it and play it with what? So what I did, I said, okay, this has got to be a better way. Got to be a better way. I took, since it's 3 numbers, I say I'm going to take 3 columns from 0 to 9. No, 3 columns from 0 to 9. And with those 3 columns from 0 to 9, I said, I'm going to mark off what position those 3 numbers come in working with the law average because I know they got to rotate. So what I did, with like the 273 that just come in, I mark off the 2 on the front. I mark off the 7 in the middle. And I can see that 7 fell in the middle twice, all at a glance. And I mark off the 3 on the back. See, the 3 fell on the back. Now, what I'm looking for is what position one of the numbers didn't fall in, so I'll know how to play it that following that next month. Because working with the law average, they have to change position. The numbers have to rotate. And you'll know just about how long those numbers rotate and how long it takes for these numbers to rotate with this strategy. So what happened, how I use that to win is if I find out that say this 9 don't at the end of this month, my everyday carry here is 7927. I don't play no numbers unless I didn't track and know why I'm playing them. I don't play my birthdays. I don't play anniversary. I don't play no lucky numbers. I don't play all that because luck run out. I play what I know, what I'm tracking, what I'm seeing. So 927 didn't fall from me going all the way back when I got to Illinois, all the way back and collecting the data. I found out that 927 didn't fall. 927 didn't fall all year. So I made that my daily carry number. Okay. Give me 1 minute. 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Car. I'm filming.
Huh?
I'm making video.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. My grandkids didn't go to school today. I'm usually doing this when they at school. Okay. Because they loud. Believe me, I know these kids are loud. But they in the house doing nothing but on games and stuff like that. They outdoors is indoors now. But anyway, y'all, let me get back to where I was at. Okay. So the sevens. Okay, here I am. And the 9 hadn't played, so when I play my 927, I'm definitely gonna play it as 729 because I know by law average and how these numbers rotate. I'm gonna play it that way because the 9 would more than likely fall on the back instead of just coming this way. And I'm gonna play 279 to make sure I play it on back 50 cents straight. So you don't have to spend a lot of money when you're tracking the actual numbers and know what's going on with them. And I'll still play this number straight box. That's what, $2 on a daily draw play. That's it. If I see this happening, if I don't, I'll just play this 927 straight box. Or if I see a reason to make it $1 straight, but you can only see that if you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. So how I won using this strategy here, I realized I was in a second month, and I realized I had marked out no sevens. It was about the 20th something of the month. I said, wait a minute, no sevens, and I hadn't seen any sevens hit, and I hadn't underlined them. Somehow I missed it. I didn't see it. I know I missed it because didn't none fall. The previous month, not a 7 fell with no numbers. So I went back to the following month and said, I must have missed a 7 somewhere. Went back to that following month, no sevens. Then the month I was in, no sevens with no numbers. I thought I was dreaming. I said, okay, I'm playing triple sevens, and they came in, and I would have never seen that. The tic-tac-toe, they some grid, none of that would show you that, none of it. And I played 7-7, 7-7 front pair, 7-7 back, so I wouldn't miss it. Period. And then I ran 7-7 all the way down like the wheel. I wheeled 7-7, 7-7-0, 7-7-1, 7-7-2, 7-7-3. So anyway, that 7 came in. I was not missing that bad boy, and it came in really in a relatively short time because no 7 fell for 2 months, and I never seen that. Never seen that. And that's the kind of stuff you can catch, and it won't be luck. It'll be because you follow the numbers. Okay. Let's see here. So that was the 2 examples that I wanted to use there. So this is strategy. The master sheet is strategy number 1. The single pairs is strategy number 2, and single digits are strategy number 3. Okay. Now, another powerful one. It's a yearly chart, but it's very powerful. Always knowing what's going on with your front pairs and your back pairs, okay? But it's a yearly, but you still need to know toward the end of the year what front pair and back pair haven't hit, because my most winning months are November, December, and January. Because working with the law average, I didn't narrow the numbers down and build me a pool of numbers to play when I hit. And they start to fall in line, okay? So, these numbers are the same top and bottom. You see that? Same numbers on top and the bottom. The number that fell was the 27. I'll mark it off on the front. Here, and the 73 on the back. 73 on the back. See, this is knowledge. This is knowing. This is building a skill set. This is building a skill set and a strategy. Okay? So basically, that's done. And only reason it took me this long because I was explaining to you all. I'll go to when I got the number. This is how I would do it every day, and know everything going about the 1,000 numbers. I go when the number came in, zoom, bam. Okay, pairs, zoom, 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 done. Oh, okay, what position numbers filled in? Zoom, 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 done. Oh, I got to do the front pair and back pair. Find front pair and back pair on my sheet. Then on the front pair, back pair, zoom, done. Then I go back to make my wife happy. Whatever she likes, I give her at that time. She's going now to be with the Lord, but that's my day. Then when I get ready to go look at my numbers, I know what I'm doing. I ain't guessing what I'm doing. And I know what the lottery is doing with the numbers. That's my day for tracking numbers. Because as I'm going, I'm building my pool of numbers, so I really don't have to worry about what I'm looking for at this point. Is something that stands out, like them sevens didn't fall for 2 months, or that pair that didn't fall for 4 months, and stuff like that. That's what you're looking for. And then it's not how often you win; it's how you play the game. I come out ahead at the end of the year. So okay, now. Here, how I play triples. I do not play triples. I don't suggest anybody play triples unless you see something that sticks out. On this front pair, back pair, if you got a double zero that don't fall on the front and a double zero don't fall on the back for the whole year, and it can happen near December, January, ain't now fell all year, no triple. Then you want to look at playing triples. You play triple zeros. You ain't got to guess 9 out of 10 what triples you're going to play instead of trying to play all of them because you didn't track. That's the best way to track is catch triples is tracking the front pair and the back pair. Here in 2022, another sample of how I win. One, the 8-8 front hadn't failed for only one time in January. 8-8 front. And no front or back of that 8-8 was seen all the way up to September. So I told the subscribers at the time to play triple eights, 8-8 front, 8-8 back. And that's what we did. And we hit him. One of my subscribers, he was at the service station getting his numbers for the evening. And he was pumping gas. And one of the guys came out. I guess it was kind of late when he played the numbers and said, man, them daggone triple eights came out. One of the guys, and he said he stopped pumping gas, started doing the James Brown because he caught him. And, and that's the way to catch triples. Don't play triples. I'm telling y'all not. Don't mess with it. You know, I don't know what the lottery gonna tell you about it. Don't mess with them triples because you only get on average, and I'm saying average again, 3 times out of year hitting, and any draw. In Missouri last year, you only got 3 triples for the whole year, midday and evening. Midday, you got the zeros and the twos. And you got evening, you got just the triple zeros. And everybody last year that I know of that played was playing them triple sevens. And I knew them sevens wasn't coming. I knew, because too many sevens had played already. I strategized that no sevens going to come because they're too hard to hit anyway. And they was playing $20, $30 on sevens midday and evening. I know some that was doing it. I like, and one thing I don't do is discourage people from playing numbers because with these numbers, they all random. You don't know what's going on with them numbers. Ain't no strategy to random numbers. The only thing you got to work with is the law average, and the law average only works if you're tracking all 1,000 numbers to see what they're doing. Ain't no strategy to a random system. The only thing you got going is the law of average. It's tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and see how they falling and what they doing in your state. Ain't no strategy to no random numbers. Pick 4, you got 1 in 10,000 odds. Ain't no strategy to that. Pick 5, 1 in 100,000 odds. Ain't no strategy to that. because you can't work the law average with that, not physically, not yourself. And I mean, I wouldn't play with that. I mean, that's them odds are too out. But PICK-3 is the only one that's trackable, teachable, and doable because it's only 3 numbers. That's how I win, and that's why I stick with. Ain't no. Everything else is strictly luck. Strictly luck. Ain't no system, ain't nothing out there to no random numbers. No 10,000, 100,000 numbers. And 1 in 350 million on the Powerball and Mega Million. When I play Powerball and Mega Million, I got 1 ticket I play every week. Just 1 for each. That's it. That's it. If it's for me, it's for me. If it ain't, it ain't. All my energy and investment is in PICK-3 because it's trackable, teachable, and doable. And I say it as an investment because I look at these numbers just like I look at if I was looking for a stock to invest in and knowing what's going on with the company before I put my money on it. And the way I see this is like a guy was on the boat and he used to play blackjack. So he got tired of losing, so he came up with a strategy which was simple, working with the law average, realizing that it was blackjack. He only had 1 deck at the time. And he realized that with that 1 deck, he could remember what cards had been played with the law average. He know what cards was left and due to come out, and he'd play heavy on those cards. And he broke the boats. They banned him off the boats. It's called card counting. Go ahead and YouTube it. You'll see. And so they banned him off the boat, and then they started to add 5 decks of cards instead of 1 deck, so people make it harder for card counters to count them. And these card counters can still count them cards with 5 decks because they memory. They got a strategy of memory to winning a blackjack. And if they find out you counting cards, it escorts you off the boat. And they got all those cameras, and they got actual card counters, professional card counters that spot other card counters come in when they count cards, and they'll tell them to close that table down and escort you off the boat. And they'll do that same thing if somebody came up with a system that can say what PICK-3 numbers coming out the next day. If somebody tell you they got a system that the PICK-3 system, they got a strategy where they can find out what number coming out the next day and win, and you go to a lottery website and it's still there, they lying to you. Because they gonna close that website so down that they gonna go so down so fast that they gonna even be funny. They gonna close it down. Oh yeah. So one thing you're gonna have to understand is mirroring, which I'll go through here. Mirroring and how to do mirroring. Mirroring and flips, you'll find a lot if you're a seasoned PICK-3 player and you've been playing a while. You're going to see mirroring and hear about mirrorings and flips. And a lot of people that have be on showing you the lottery, they'll mix mirroring. If they know a novelist, I was new, and I was thinking that mirrors and flips were interchangeable. They're not. The terminology for mirrors and flip are totally different. Okay? And the terminology is flips, the 0 to 9, you're going to add +5. Mirrors, from 0 to 9, you add +3. Okay? Now, you add 5 to 0, you get 5. You add 5 to 1, you get 6. You add 5 to 2, you get 7. You add 5 to 3, you get 8. You add 5 to 9. 4, you get 9. You add 5 to 5, you get 10, but you don't use the 1, you just use the 0. You add 5 to 6, you get 11, you just use the 1. You add 5 to 7, you get 12, you just use the 2. And 5 to 8, you get 13, you just use the 3. And 5 to 9, you get 14, and you just use the 4. Okay, you have to understand mirroring. Okay, now, so you take the 1,000 numbers, divide them in half, say, and you got a number line here. And you put on the top 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the bottom, put 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Reason being, the top numbers are the same as the bottom numbers, or mirrored as same as the top and bottom numbers. A 0 is same as a 5, a 1 same as a 6, a 2 same as a 7, a 3 same as an 8, and a 4 same as a 9. Okay? Say on the top here, the numbers that you divide in half to 1,000 is triple zeros to 499 on top. And on the bottom is 500 and 999. That gives you all the 1,000 numbers. So say the lottery played, well, say you played 012 and the lottery played 567. They just mirrored your number. The opposite number of those 1,000 numbers would be 567. Okay? Reason being, 0 can be a 5, 5 can be a 0, 1 can be a 6, 6 can be a 1, 2 can be a 7, 7 can be a 2. Or vice versa. If you played 567, they played 012, they just mirrored your number. It's easy to say flip. Flip sounds better a little bit somehow, but they're different, so you don't want to interchange them. You got to know that that person didn't mean, if you seeing that the 0 is a 5 and the 5 is a 0, that's a dead giveaway that they talking about a mirror. Or 1 is a 6 and 6 is a 1. But they'll say, well, they flipped your number off and made it a 0. No, they didn't flip it. They either mirrored it. They mirrored it if it was a 5 equals 0. Same here. 2, 3, 4. If you play 2, 3, 4 and the lottery played 7, 8, 9, they just mirrored your number. They played the opposite number of what you were playing. Reason being, 2 can be a 7, 7 can be a 2, 3 can be a 8, 8 can be a 3, 4 can be a 9, 9 can be a 4. Vice versa. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, 1, 2, 2, and they play 6, 7, 7 on a double. They just mirrored your number. You play 6, 7, 7, and they play 1, 2, 2. They just mirrored your number. It's imperative that you understand that and understand it properly. So when you're listening to people on these channels and you're trying to learn, someone will say flip and they don't mean flip, and they'll say mirror when they don't mean mirror. You got triple zeros here. Is the mirror of triple zeros is triple fives. Say here, see, 5 can be a 0, 0 can be a 5, or vice versa. You play triple fives, they play triple zeros. That's like that. Same thing with the flips here. You're going to add 3 to 0 to 9 number. You add 3 to 0, you get 3 equals 3. You get 3 to 1, you get 4. 3 to 2, you get 5. 3 to 3, you get 6. 3 to 7, 4, you get 7. 3 to 5, you get 8. 3 to 6, you get 8. 3 to 6, you get 9. 3 to 7, again, you're going to get the 10, but you just use the 0 in lottery math. And 3 to 8, again, you're going to get 11. You just use 1. 3 to 9, you get 12, and just use a 2. And the example here that I'm using is see where there's 1, 2, 3, where there's 1, 2, 3, but the mirror is 5, 6, 7. But if you take the, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2 is 5, 6, 7. The 0, 1, 2 with the flip is 3, 4, 5. And you have to know the difference of that if you're playing. All right. Let's see what else it is here. Give you a little idea of how I play. How I play and play and not spend a lot of money. I'm in Illinois. And I try to keep it around where if I was going to get a soda, or I don't drink sodas. I don't smoke. I don't do a lot of stuff where, I could, I guess this could be my vice, you would say. But I win, so I don't trip off of that. Okay. Here is in Illinois, like I was saying before, I play my birthday, which is 927. And I know that the 79 on the front, hadn't failed. And so I played my birthday at 729, 50 straight, and 297. And this 97 haven't failed on the back yet. And I play it on the back, and I play that 50 straight, so that's $2. And then I know there's 227 and 277. They came close. But I ain't worried about it, because these are my daily carries. I know working with the law is gonna show up. Now, like okay, see what I do here? You see this 227 and this 277? Tomorrow, today, I'm gonna add extra, because it's got 2 of my numbers that came in. I might play that 27, 50 cent all the way down back, because the likelihood of one of those numbers coming back is great. That's how I play. That's how you can strategize. So when a couple of my numbers come in, I don't say, "Oh, they didn't play my number," and go look for another number to play. That gives me more reason to stick with my number because the likelihood of them bringing it back. Okay, so that'd be $3. That'd be a daily play. And then if I got extra, if I want to invest a little bit more, I'll play 7-9 front. Like I know it didn't only hit once already. It came 7-9-8. And I played that 9-7 that ain't played on the back end yet. I play it for 50 cents, front pair and back pair, because you got more of a better odds of winning with the front pairs and back pair. Because anything with 7-9 on the front, I automatically win, which I have won since I've been over in Illinois, and 9-7 on the back, I have won. I hope y'all can see this. Yeah. Okay, that's how you play that. Now, so when you're playing, you want to build a bucket list, and I'm going to show you the Illinois numbers that I'm playing. Make sure I got it here. The Illinois numbers that I'm going to be playing, that I played, that I build my bucket list out of. Okay. Let me see where they are here. Okay. Even, okay. Give me a minute. I just had them. Just had them. Just had them. And, you know, I just showed you that one. Did I put it? Just had them. Right here. Gotta be. Yep. Another key, real key to winning, everyone, I have to tell you, you have to be organized. You want to be organized playing Pick-3. That's all, you know, because that's the only one that I put my energy in to win. You have to be organized to play check your numbers off on a consistent basis. And even, you know, with this here, if you miss a couple of days, it's easy to catch up on. Easy to catch up. Because you're not trying to, you know, you already know what's going on in your brain, in your mind, where the numbers are placed and what's going on with them if you've just been tracking along. So get 2 or 3 days behind ain't nothing. I've caught up a week, but I had already built my bucket list of numbers I know, and I know them numbers hadn't came in yet. But you want to be organized playing Pick-3. You got to be. Well, you should be organized in much things that we do. I ain't going to say everybody's organized in everything because I know some things I ain't organized in. But Pick-3, if you winning and spending your money, you want to be very organized. And Pick-3 at a glance is the sheet to do it with. Now, here's the Illinois numbers. These came in already. This one here, first of the month. This one here, last of April. This one here, the first week of April exact. Okay? Now, so out of these numbers here, I build me a bucket list that I'm going to play when I hit, that I know when I hit what to play. And you see, I call that the bucket list. And I don't fall off these too much unless I see something that sticks out. Like I say, out of the ad normal or the law average, and I know what the law average is going to come in. So this 781, this 782, and this 784, they got 2 like numbers in it. Two of the same numbers in them on this column. I play them. This here column here is very high. See how off I am on that 3, but that's cool. I'm still gonna stick with my pattern because I know working with the law average is gonna come in and could come in tomorrow. But there's 027, 127, 227, 277, and the 782, and the 792. My birthday. These I play when I hit. I pick them up. When I got extra change, I'll pick these up. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me 1 minute. Listen. Hey, Carl, I can hear you on my video, man. I hear you on my video. You can't have that music. They won't upload my video. Whew, noisy, man. Whew. I guess y'all see why I have to do this when they gone. The indoors is out. The indoors is outdoors. Okay. All right. Now, where was I? Okay. So the reason why this hot, it didn't play. These numbers didn't play last year. When my tracking back, then I got two like numbers to them, like that. Then here the same. And see this, the reason I was playing the 804 and the 784, two like numbers. If you see numbers like this didn't fall the previous year, then you know that's what you're looking for. And the 561 and the 916, that's why I was playing them. See, that this the skill set, this the strategy that you'll be able to build in your state and practicing and coming back and following my videos and looking at them and the lives pretty much will be Monday through Friday. I try to do them maybe before the grandkids get old, around 11 to 12, 11 to 1 or something like that. I usually set, you get a notice that I put up, but it's usually around 11 o'clock that I try to get it out. And this is what I call the bucket list. That's on the singles. And these are the doubles. They come out less. So you're going to have a lot of the doubles. But the thing is, you can build a skill set with them too when you know what doubles you're playing. You ain't trying to play all them doubles, which is 270. Because you didn't carry it over what doubles ain't played. So now you can build your strategy for the doubles you're going to play into the following year. And triples, like I say, I don't really do triples until throughout the year. I play them at the end of the year, all the way toward the end of the year. Only if ain't no triple fail. Like here, it has the double fives. You had 5, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 7. 2, 5, 5, 1, 5, 5, 0, 5, 5. These my doubles that I look at the play. We hit the this 2, 2, 3. We hit it because you see here the 7, 7, 8 and the 7, 8, 8, which I have hot up here. And this 2, 3, 3, I knew it was coming, working with the law average. Whenever you get a set of doubles like this that don't fall all year, that mirror each other, the 7 is a 2, 2 is a 7, 8 is a 3, 3 is a 8, you want to play those until your next year rather than trying to figure out what doubles to play. Just play them. Because you already know that it takes 3 years for these 1,000 numbers to rotate out. You're only getting a third each year of the 1,000 numbers. And for them, by working with the law average, you'll see it takes 3 years for the numbers to rotate out. I used to start over from scratch. And I wasn't winning like I thought I should win. And I was wondering what was happening. And I just put it in my head, okay, this is law average. And what really made me see it is that the numbers that hadn't failed the previous year was coming out the next year. The mirrors or the opposites of them. And that's why I know to do this like I do. And that's why you're going to know to do what you do in your state. And like a set that didn't come out at all, like the 001 or the 011, I made them up, and the 004 and the 044. This is my bucket list. When I win, this is where I go to pick my numbers for the year, pretty much. Unless as you track, you're going to see something that stands out, like 7s that don't hit for 2 months. Like a 38 pair don't hit for 4 months. Like a 8-8 front and an 8-8 back don't hit for 9 or 10 months. That's how you play. It's not how often you hit, it's how you play the game. There's no rhyme or reason to numbers that run randomly. No rhyme or reason for it. To it. Nothing. Now I got to show you the beauty of the sheet in essence too. What I do with it. Okay. Show you mirroring on the PICK-3 at a glance sheet. Okay. Okay. I got it here. Man. I know I just had it. Huh. Okay. Let's see this here. See over here? When I came over here to Illinois, I had to go back. I went back for a whole year on just one of these master sheets on strategy number 1. That's the only one I do. When I go into a new state or something like that, I go back and I eliminate with this here. I eliminate what numbers have played, and then I make my list of the numbers that have not played, and that's how you start winning with the law average. Where is the paper at? Okay. Huh. Got to be here. Okay. See where I circled everything that hadn't played? Like here. And then did the same with the doubles. I probably can use this sheet though, even though what I'm looking for. Okay. So what we have here in these columns here, the columns that I showed you, each one of these numbers in these columns, the beauty of it, using the 111 rundown, mirror each other. If you can see it, I hope you can see it here. So make sure you can see it. Oh. They mirror each other. Like, okay, I'm gonna go to this column because I can see it better. The 0, 1, 2. The mirror of it is 5, 6, 7. There's a 1, 2, 3. The mirror of it is 6, 7, 8. There's 2, 3, 4. The mirror of it, 7, 8, 9. No guesswork. There's 5. What I do? The 3, 4. The 3, 4, 5 is 8, 9, 0. 8, 9, 0. The beauty of that, when you have a column, and any of these columns, when you're tracking every month, might not show up for 2 months, 60 to 90 days. That's what it takes on some columns. So when I got a column ain't failed in 60 to 90 days, some people say, well, when you play a number, play the mirror. To me, that's throwing away money. I used to do this stuff, y'all. I used to play a number and play the mirror, say, well, I'm going to play the mirror just in case they do the mirror. I don't do that anymore. Because with the PICK-3 at a glance, I'll know if the mirror play. I'll know if the 0, 1, 2 and the 5, 6, 7 didn't play because I ain't circled it for the months. Then when I hit and I go to that column and it ain't played in 3 months or 2 months or 4 months and I want to play numbers off of it, and I find out that I didn't mark off the 0, 1, 2 and it's mirrored to 5, 6, 7, working with the law average, then I'll play those 2. And I know that this column ain't being out in 2 months, 3 months, 3 months, possibly 4 months. So you'll see how long it takes for these numbers to hit and get off that pipe dream that these numbers going to hit the next day when you start tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. Because like I say, ain't no rhyme or reason to trying to figure out something that's ain't got no rhyme or reason. 1 in 1,000 odds. Only thing you got going for you is the law average, and it's minute. And you have to use it to your advantage. And you have to. The thing is with this, time is on your side because you're watching everything that's going on with all 1,000 numbers and not guessing. So every one of these columns mirror each other. So when you go to a column and realize, like here, see, I got all these marked off, and say, like that 788 and that 778 that I did on the doubles, I realized that those four had not played and they all mirrored each other. I knew the following year they was gonna show up. That's your daily bucket play numbers. Okay. See how I got all these? See all this? It took me about, I say about using this here. It took me about maybe 3 hours. 3 hours, because once you put it in, bam. Once you put in like here, maybe I can make an example of it. If I put in a 012, put in the 012. I don't want to do it this way. And this is new, a little new that I'm trying to explain to you guys. So give me a minute, get my brain in order with it. Give me a minute to get my brain in order with it. That I'm trying to explain so I can explain it where it's easy for you to understand. Say I know what's in this column automatically. Say the 768 came, or I'm tracking that number and I'm trying to do the sheet and I'm looking for 768. What I'm going to do is put the 768 in here. 768 is going to tell me and hit the 1-1 rundown and find what column that 768 is under. Bam. And see here, I know that the base number is that 102 because it's 012, right? So that's column 1. You go to column 1. You go to column 1 and you find the 678 and you mark it out. Bam, you're done. So any number come in, you're going to look for these base numbers on top, and it'll tell you what column that number is in. And then when you have to go back and collect the data like I did here on the one sheet, once you make this sheet out, to catch yourself up, then you'll automatic, whatever numbers are left, and don't do midday and evening. If you track an evening, just take the numbers off for evening. If you track in midday, just track the number off of midday, or you're going to have everything filled up, 9 out of 10, or pretty much, and no numbers left to look at the play. So do midday to midday and evening to evening. This is not hard. This is the little heavy lifting. Everything else after this is downhill to track it and win it. Okay? All right, so I think I covered that I wanted to cover. So let's do the Q&A, you all. Let's do the Q&A. Let's see how we do this. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Let me see if we got a Q&A going. Let's do the Q&A. Live chat? What? Okay. All right. Any questions? Anybody? We're doing the Q&A. This is the part where we do the chat. Oops. So I'll just go through here. So any daily number to come in, you're gonna go put it in, no matter what it is, and you can play around with it. You ain't got to wait till the numbers come in to get the system down. Well, you really will be playing around with them when you go back and track the data and fill out a sheet. So you can do 5, 2, 3, put it in, go to the 1-1, and then here. And you find the base number, and you see it's 013. There it is. You go to column with 013, find the 523, and it's going to probably might not show this position. I don't know. I can't remember what position it's in, but I know that I'll find it. It might be 235 because it's probably a numerical order. No, it might not be a numerical order. I ain't gonna say that, but it's gonna be there, and you'll mark it off. You're done with that number for that column, and then you clear it, and let's say 369, and you hit here. Then you find the column for it is 037. You go to column 037, which is column 12 on the singles, and you'll find the number that came in, the 369. You mark it off. Okay. This app is beautiful. This app is beautiful. Okay, I think we got something here. Let me see. I don't know why I'm not seeing your comment. What is going on with this thing? Huh. This is crazy. Okay, you all be patient here while I see a comment here, but it's not shown. Okay. PICK-3 prediction for United Kingdom. I don't predict numbers. PICK-3 at a glance is set up for you to do your own tracking for your own state. Is it Phantom? Phantom. Okay, that's what PICK-3 is set up for. Let me see. Why is this thing not scrolling like it should do? Maybe that's the only comment, but it's not showing on my tablet for some reason. This is weird. Okay, I ain't gonna worry about that. Huh. Now why? Every day, these channels do something different. And I got one phone doing one thing and another one doing another. It's called PICK-3 Pro. That's what the app name is. PICK-3 Pro. If you email me at momoneyterry or give me it's momoneyterry@gmail.com, I'll send you a link to it where you can download it. That's momoneyterry, all small cap, M-O, money, M-O-N-E-Y, Terry, T-E-R-R-Y, @gmail.com, and I'll send you a link to it. That's the best way, because I know a lot of people say they can't find it, so I had to send them a link. And why this thing is not ain't showing up on this phone. Hey, what's up, Scott? What's going on with your buddy? Just coming on. This is a Q&A time that I have with everybody. I just ran the video live. Appreciate you being here, Scott. But it looked like, now I don't know why this, this is weird. Let's see something. This is weird. Oh, there it is. That's weird. Okay. Okay. You're welcome. Fantastic. Sorry, I can't pronounce that name. Kumar. Okay. So how you been, Scott? It's Q&A. Anybody got any questions about the PICK-3 at glance? I must explain it fairly well. Like I said, it's fairly easy if you can put together. The only thing is collecting the data and everything else is downhill for tracking your own numbers for your own state or your own locale where you're living at. If they got 1,000, if they have 1,000 numbers to play. And like I say, with this here app, whatever number comes in, you just clear it. You can put in, I can put in any number, 8, 9, 6. And here's these different rundowns. You can make a rundown out of any of those 1,000 numbers. There's no rhyme or reason to no strategy trying to find out what's coming the next day. There's nothing. And from my 30 years of tracking, the only thing that I've been successful with is tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. No tic-tac-toe, no dates on, no grid, no rundown, no V's, none of that. None of that's going to show you what you need to look at unless you're tracking all 1,000. And no individual can put nothing up. It's a lot of work. That's why I don't try to do different states. I know what's involved in winning and how often a person's going to win. And like I said, if anybody's saying they got a system that they can tell you guarantee what's coming the next day, the lottery would close down the following day. That's all I can tell you. It would close down the following day. But here you hit the 1, and then you look for the base number, which is 018. Go to column 018, and you'll find that 896. Fairly simple. Whatever number. You don't want to use any of these because you can make a rundown out of all the 1,000 numbers. And then work to try to find a number the next day that you think might be coming. And it's luck. All of it. This is skillful knowledge. You're going to have to know how to put it together. You'll see it. You can see what's going on with this. Like I was saying before here, you have, let's say this is tic-tac-toe. This is a popular one. It's different than the rundown that we just did with the winning number that came in. And with flipping and mirroring these numbers, you're going to get 95% of the number that came in that day, that came in. Because let's say the 901 came in, and we're going to do a 1-1 clockwise for the tic-tac-toe to come up with the numbers that we might look at playing the next day to try to hit, or luckily, if we do hit, it luck. If we don't know nothing about those numbers and why we playing these numbers. So you add 1 to the 1, you get 2, then you're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, out of these numbers here, you're going to write down the 943, the 502, the 671. You're going to go across. Then you're going to go 956, 407, 621. Okay, then you're going to go this way, and you might not use the 901 again, but it depends on what you want to do. Then you're going to go to the next angle here. You're going to play write the 603 down. Then you're going to do the corners. You're going to do the 2, 3, 4, the 3, 4, the 3, 9, 5, and then you're going to do the 5, 6, 7, like that. And you're supposed to use those numbers to say, okay, pick these numbers. But they do they tell you have your own system. Now, what system you're using? If you're not using a system that has 1,000 numbers that you're tracking, the ball is in their court. It wouldn't really be in your court, in my view. Now, say you play these numbers, and the next day the 948 come, and the 948 ain't on here, on these numbers to play. Then they say, oh, there it is all the time. I should have mirrored this 3 and made it an 8. you're going to get 95% of those numbers like that. If you can mirror and flip all these different numbers around, or say, okay, if the five, if you played 405, then they're going to say, oh, there it is right here. Here's the 504 right here. I don't know why I didn't play that, because you didn't know why you was playing it. That was my problem. I never knew why I was playing my numbers. But you can't help but know what you're playing when you're tracking all 1,000 and knowing what's going on, though. And then building a strategy and a skill set. So that's my theory on tic-tac-toes, or any of them. They random. There's no rhyme or reason to randomness. There's no rhyme or reason to a tornado or hurricane. It just happens. 1 in 1,000 just happens to be not in our favor to win. Okay, family. All right, George, it don't look like we're getting any more comments here. So I hope everybody enjoyed the video. So if you're tracking, you'll soon be packing a lucky town. So play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. Okay, what I think of numbers that never came out before. Those are the one you're looking at working with the law average, but you have to track them to know what the history is on them, Cecile. You have to track, go back, give the years of data, which I showed how to do on pretty much on all my videos. And once you get that year, or, pretty much a year, I feel comfortable with a year of data. I can see more. Then those are the numbers I play. Depending on looking at the front pairs, the back pairs, single digits, looking at the mirrors on each column, see if that number in the mirror hasn't failed, like that. That's what I look at. I hope you got to know. You want to look for the numbers where the mirror and the number hasn't failed, especially if you go back for a year. Those 9 out of 10 is going to be the numbers that come out. The wild ball has, I think, add a little kick into the PICK-3. Me, I'm looking at it as a PICK-4 no longer, and as a PICK-3 and no longer a PICK-4. So I'm going to have to, that's where the skill set and the strategizing come in. And I have to now see what's going on with the numbers, adding that extra ball, because it's 1 in 10,000 and not in 1,000 anymore. So, I mean, the numbers are hitting, I'm hitting, but they're not falling exactly how I look for them to fall. Okay? So I win, but there's a feel to your strategy and your system for your state. Your state might be different from my state. That's why you have to track your own numbers for your own state. You track them on, and they never come out. Okay, that's why I say look to see if the number and its mirror number come out. If the number like 1, 2, 3, the mirror is 6, 7, 8. If 1, 2, 3 or 6, 7, 8 haven't played, then number 2 you want to play. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say you have to go back and see what did happen with those numbers. You're always looking like the mirror and its opposite numbers that haven't played. Like that. And through the year when you're tracking, that's a symbolic of what you're looking for. And they might not didn't come out like that. That's what I'm talking about, building a skill set. You'll see that if that number didn't come out, 9 out of 10 is opposite did come out. You see what I'm saying, Shell? Does that make sense to you? Any number in this opposite that didn't come out. Those two you're looking at. And if you know they ain't been out, you really don't want to waste your time on it and to do it that way. You want to know if the front pair or the back pair of the number ain't been out. You want to know where that single digit didn't fail. That's why I say don't just play numbers to be playing rather than being out or not being out. You want to know the history behind the number. Any other questions? Let me see. No such thing as a dumb question when you're new. And you don't know, you don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. That's my bottom line. Believe me, I've been there. I didn't get here because I didn't have no questions, I tell you that. I had to find out what was going on with them. And the other way, the more you know, the more you grow. Ha! That's a new one. I like that. The more you know, the more you grow. All righty. The more you know, the more you grow. Any questions? It's simple and easy for me to explain the PICK-3 at a glance strategy. No tic-tac-toe, no date songs, no grid. It's the actual tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. You're so welcome. I hope that'll help you, believe me. Look for you only want to play numbers where the mirror and the opposite hadn't failed pretty much. You don't want to just play them because they ain't showed up. That's what I look for. And like I say, don't add in those other things. So I hope that helps. You'll see it will help you. What state you playing from, Shell? You got that wild ball and that what's the other ball? Cash ball, all that added ball they adding to PICK-3 now. I believe it's gonna be to all states for us over with, because that's a winner there. That's a total winner. That's a total winner. All right, family. I think I'm gonna call it tonight or today. I think I've asked everybody's questions that might want them answered. I don't know if this if is YouTube rolling slow, but email me if your questions are not. I might not be seeing them or something, but email me and I'll definitely get with you. Or I'll leave all my contact information is in the pin and the comments of all the videos. Okay? So family, blam till they come, make that money, y'all. Peace and love. And if you tracking, you'll soon be packing the lucky town.